So you've formed your LLC. Congrats, that's a big moment. But here's the thing. The approval letter is just a starting line, not the finish line. So I built and opened my business last year, which means it's been over 2 years since I went through the exact process myself. Looking back, there are 6 things I'm really glad I did, and some you literally cannot do without completing the ones earlier on the list. The last one, I never hear it on any of these kinds of lists, but depending on the type of business you're building, it could be the most important one of all. I'm going to walk through all 6 of them in the exact order I'd do them again, so stick around. 1 of 6, draft the operating agreement. So think of this as the rule book for your business. Even if your state doesn't legally require one, you should require one of yourself. Without it, the state's default LLC rules apply, and they may not reflect what you actually want. It covers ownership, percentages, roles and responsibilities, how profits are distributed, and what happens if somebody wants to leave. So even as a sole member, and that's a weird term, sounds like something from Austin Powers, I did draft one, and it reinforced the separation between me and the business, which matters legally and mentally. Personal note, this is one of the most satisfying steps. Suddenly the business felt real. Second side note, even though you may say, well, I'm a sole member, why would I need this? I don't have partners. Here's the thing. Other entities that will want to know about your business before doing work with it will want you to be able to prove you're a sole member. And that's where the operating agreement helps. They don't know if there's another partner that's hanging around there in the ether somewhere that you just forgot to mention. They need to know that they're talking to everybody that needs to be involved in making the decision. Step 2 of 6, apply for an EIN. An EIN is a federal tax ID for your business, like a social security number, but for your LLC. And here's why the order matters. You need your EIN to open a business bank account, which is step 4. See the dependency already? You also need it to hire employees, file business taxes, and it keeps your personal SSN off vendor and client paperwork. Now, step 3 of 6, applying for a DBA, if you need one. So DBA stands for doing business as. It lets your LLC legally operate under a different name, and that's what's registered. So you might need one if your LLC name is something like Smith Holdings LLC, but you want to operate as Bright Home Cleaning, or if you're running multiple brands under one LLC. Personal note, skip this step entirely if your LLC name is already your brand name. Personally, my brand name was different, so I needed a DBA. Step 4, open a business bank account. This step comes here because you need your EIN first. Most banks require it. And this one is non-negotiable. Mixing personal and business finances is one of the fastest ways to pierce the corporate veil. Meaning, you could lose the personal liability protection your LLC gives you. That's not a lawyer's opinion, that's a business owner's take. Personal note, once I had a dedicated business account, everything got cleaner. I knew exactly what the business was making and spending. Step 5 of 6, get a business license. This is different from your LLC formation, and I almost missed this one. Forming an LLC is a legal structure. A business license is permission to operate. Most cities and counties require a general business license regardless of your industry. Some industries need additional licenses or permits on top of that. Contractors, food service, healthcare, childcare. Start with your city or county website. Most have an online application now. Common mistake. This is easy to overlook because forming the LLC feels like you're done, but you're not. Licensing is what makes you fully legal to operate. Now, step 6 of 6, and this is the one no one talks about. Get insurance in your LLC's name. Most lists stop at step 5, but your LLC only protects your personal assets up to a point. Insurance protects the business itself, and it has to be in your LLC's name. Insurance in your personal name doesn't extend to the business entity. If something goes wrong and the policy isn't under the LLC, you may have no coverage. Now, types to consider, and it's going to differ obviously depending on your business. General liability insurance protects against third-party claims. Most businesses need this. Professional liability, critical for service-based businesses. On a personal note, Depending on the type of business you're building, this step isn't optional. It's actually what protects everything you've worked to build. Your LLC and your insurance work together, not in place of each other. Now, one thing I'll say, as somebody who kind of likes to save money here and there and do things myself if I can, I'm so glad I went through an agent, a local agent, someone I knew, someone I could drive to and see, someone who will take my call directly if I call, made the insurance process so much easier. Now, you may think it's, well, you're just buying insurance like you're buying car insurance, but it doesn't work like that, because what's going to happen is, so let's say you're going to apply for a lease, right? That landlord is going to have specific requirements for your insurance and your insurance levels. And you're probably going to end up going back and forth with your insurance agent and that landlord, and potentially the same with your lender, because your lender's also going to have certain requirements. So that becomes so much easier and less of an administrative pain if you have a good agent. And again, that's from someone who loves to save money. So there you have it. The 6 steps I take every time in this exact order: operating agreement, EIN, DBA if needed, business bank account, business license, insurance. Each one builds on the last, and skipping any of them, if it's something you actually need, can leave your business exposed. So which of these did you already know about, and which ones surprised you? Drop it in the comments. I read every one. If this saved you time or stress, hit that like button, please. It genuinely helps the channel grow. And if you're just getting started, subscribe. See you in the next one.